Life is shorter than you think. One moment you're here full of dreams, and the next you're looking back wondering where all the time went. So if you're breathing today, if your heart is beating right now, you've got a purpose. You've got a reason to be here. Let's make it count. Let's talk about how to truly live with intention, with fire, and with purpose. Let me ask you a question. Why do you do what you do? Most people never stop to think about it. They go through the motions, chasing someone else's dream and fulfilling someone else's expectations. If you don't know your why, life becomes a treadmill. You're running hard, but you're not going anywhere. Your why is your compass. It guides you, gives you direction, and keeps you grounded when life throws curveballs. Your why can't be shallow. It can't just be about money, fame, or material things, because those will never fill you up. Dig deeper. Think about the legacy you want to leave. What impact do you want to have on the people around you? What gets you excited? What makes you angry? What keeps you awake at night? Your why is hidden in those questions. Finding your why isn't easy, but it's necessary. It might take weeks, months, or even years to figure out. But once you do, everything changes. Suddenly, life has clarity, and you start to move with intention. You stop saying yes to things that don't matter because you know what you're working toward. Your why will challenge you. It'll push you outside your comfort zone. But that's where the magic happens. Purpose isn't found in the easy moments. It's forged in the fire of self-discovery. The process is messy, but it's worth it because in the end, you'll know exactly why you're here. Don't be afraid to reevaluate your why as you grow. Life changes and so will you. Your why isn't static. It evolves with your experiences, your struggles, and your victories. Stay open to that evolution because it'll keep you aligned with your purpose. If you don't define your why, someone else will do it for you. Society, your friends, your job, they'll all try to tell you what you should be doing. But this is your life, and you owe it to yourself to figure out what truly matters to you. Every single one of us has the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use them determines the course of our lives. Time is the most valuable resource you'll ever have because you can't get it back. Yet so many of us waste it like we've got an endless supply. We spend hours scrolling through social media, binge watching shows, or worrying about things we can't control. Let me tell you this, the clock doesn't stop. Whether you're grinding toward your goals or sitting on the couch, time keeps moving. And the question you've got to ask yourself is, am I using my time or is it using me? Being busy doesn't mean you're being productive. Stop filling your days with distractions and start filling them with actions that get you closer to your purpose. You don't need more time, you need more focus. Start by cutting out the unnecessary. Make a list of what you do every day and ask yourself, is this moving me forward? If the answer is no, let it go. Learn to say no to the things that don't serve you. Every yes to the wrong thing is a no to the right thing. Wasting time doesn't just steal your dreams, it steals your confidence. When you know you're not living up to your potential, it eats away at you. That's why taking control of your time is so powerful. It's not just about productivity, it's about self-respect. Think about the people who depend on you, your family, your friends, your community. They're all counting on you to make the most of your life. When you waste time, you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting them down too. Your purpose isn't just about you, it's about the impact you have on others. The truth is, none of us knows how much time we have left. That's not meant to scare you, it's meant to motivate you. Treat every day like it's a gift because it is. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to start. The perfect moment doesn't exist. The time is now. Remember, it's not about how much time you have, it's about what you do with the time you've been given. Be intentional. Be disciplined. Use your time to build a life you're proud of because when it's gone for good. Your story is your power. It doesn't matter where you come from, what you've been through, or how many times you've fallen. What matters is how you choose to rise. Too many people run from their past, trying to bury their mistakes and hide their scars. But your story, every messy, painful, beautiful part of it is what makes you unique. Owning your story starts with acceptance. You can't change what's already happened, but you can change how you let it define you. Stop carrying the weight of guilt, shame, or regret. Those things only hold you back. Look at your past not as a burden, but as a lesson. Every setback, every failure, heartbreak has shaped you into the person you are today. Your story is a testimony. When you own it, you permit others to own theirs. People aren't inspired by perfection, they're inspired by resilience. When you show the world that you've been through the fire and come out stronger, you give hope to everyone still in the flames. Owning your story doesn't mean you have to stay stuck in it. It means you acknowledge it, learn from it, and then move forward. Use your story as fuel to push you toward your purpose. Don't let it be a chain that holds you back. There will always be people who judge you based on your past. Let them. Their opinions don't define you. What defines you is how you rise above it. Stop living for the approval of others and start living for the approval of the person in the mirror. Remember, your story is still being written. Every day is a new page, a new chapter. You can't rewrite the beginning, but you can control the ending. Don't let your past rob you of your future. The most powerful thing you can do is stand tall and say, this is me. This is my story. And I'm proud of who I'm becoming. When you own your story, you own your power. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. If you want to live a life of purpose, you've got to be willing to take risks. Not just any risks, but risks that align with your goals, your values, and your vision for the future. Playing it safe might feel secure, but it will never get you where you truly want to go. Growth and purpose live on the other side of fear. Taking risk isn't about being reckless, it's about being courageous. It means stepping into uncertainty with faith that something greater is waiting for you. Yes, you might fail. Yes, you might stumble. But guess what? Failure is part of the process. Nobody who's ever achieved greatness did it without falling a few times. The difference is they got back up. When you take a risk, you're telling yourself, I believe in me. That belief is powerful. It builds confidence, it strengthens resilience, and it pushes you to discover what you're truly capable of. You'll never know how high you can climb if you're too afraid to take the first step. So let the fear of judgment hold you back. People will always have opinions, but their opinions don't pay your bills or fulfill your purpose. The only person you need approval from is yourself. Stop worrying about what could go wrong and start focusing on what could go right. Remember, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Sure, small steps are important, but there are moments in life when you need to leap. Those leaps are where the magic happens. That's when you go from existing to truly living. Not every risk will pay off. And that's okay. Even the risks that don't work out teach you something valuable. They teach you about perseverance, about strategy, and about what you truly want. Every risk, successful or not, is a step closer to your purpose. If you're waiting for the perfect moment to take a risk, let me save you some time. It doesn't exist. The perfect moment is now. The perfect time is when you decide that living with purpose is more important than living with fear. Not everyone in your life deserves a front row seat. The people you surround yourself with have a massive impact on your purpose, your energy, and your mindset. If you're constantly giving your time and attention to people who drain you, disrespect you, or distract you, you're robbing yourself of your potential. Take a moment to evaluate your circle. Who's truly there for you? Who celebrates your wins, supports your growth, and pushes you to be better? Those are the people who matter. Keep them close. Life is too short to invest in relationships that don't add value. When you prioritize the right people, you create an environment of positivity and purpose. You build a community that lifts you, challenges you, and keeps you grounded. These relationships aren't about convenience. They're about connection. It's not about how many friends you have. It's about the quality of those friendships. Letting go of toxic relationships isn't easy, but it's necessary. It doesn't mean you don't care about those people. It means you care about yourself enough to protect your energy. You can't pour from an empty cup. Prioritizing people who matter allows you to show up as your best self for those who truly deserve it. Don't forget to nurture the relationships that matter. It's not enough to just keep good people around. You have to invest in them too. Show appreciation, spend quality time, and be there when they need you. Relationships are a two-way street, and the best ones are built on mutual effort and respect. Also, remember that you are someone who matters. Don't lose yourself trying to please others. Prioritize your well-being and growth. When you take care of yourself, you're better equipped to care for the people who mean the most to you. The people who truly matter are the ones who make your life richer, your heart fuller, and your purpose clearer. Hold on to them tightly because they are a gift. Money is a tool, not a purpose. Too many people spend their entire lives chasing money, thinking it'll bring them happiness, security, or fulfillment. But here's the truth. Money alone will never satisfy you. Purpose comes from the impact you make, not the paycheck you earn. When you focus on impact, money often follows. Why? Because when you bring value to others, they recognize it. But even if it doesn't make you rich, the fulfillment you get from knowing you've made a difference is worth more than any dollar amount. Chasing money for its own sake leads to emptiness. You buy more things, you look for more distractions, but you're still left with that nagging feeling that something's missing. That's because purpose can't be bought. It has to be lived. Think about the people who've changed the world: teachers, artists, leaders, volunteers. They didn't do it for the money. They did it because they cared. They did it because they wanted to leave the world better than they found it. That's what impact looks like. Impact doesn't have to be grand. You don't need to start a foundation or invent the next big thing. Sometimes the impact is as simple as being kind, helping a neighbor, or mentoring someone who's struggling. The purpose isn't about scale, it's about intention. When you live for impact, your life takes on a new meaning. You stop measuring success by what you have and start measuring it by what you give. You stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on how you can serve. Ask yourself, are you chasing money or are you chasing purpose? One will leave you constantly wanting more. The other will fill your life with meaning, joy, and fulfillment. Choose wisely. Failure isn't the enemy. It's not a dead end, it's a detour. The problem is that too many people fear failure so much that they never even try. But let me tell you something, if you're not failing, you're not growing. Every failure is a lesson in disguise, a stepping stone towards success. When you fail, it means you're in the game. You're taking risks, pushing yourself, and stepping out of your comfort zone. Failure isn't about falling, it's about refusing to stay down. The greatest successes in life come from those who failed the most because they've learned, adjusted, and kept going. Failure shows you what's not working, and that's valuable information. It gives you clarity and direction. It forces you to reevaluate your strategies, your goals, and even your mindset. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, see it as feedback. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? Don't let the fear of failure stop you from trying. Fear paralyzes, but action liberates. The moment you take a step, no matter how small, you've already overcome fear. And if you fail, so what? You're one step closer to figuring it out. The truth is that failure humbles you. It strips away ego and forces you to face your weaknesses. But that's not a bad thing. Humility is a powerful tool for growth. When you're willing to admit that you don't have all the answers, you open yourself up to learning, growth, and transformation. Remember, the world's most successful people didn't get there by avoiding failure. They embraced it. They learned from it. They used it as fuel to push harder, dream bigger, and achieve more. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the journey to success. So stop fearing failure and start embracing it. Wear your scars proudly because they're proof that you're trying, that you're learning, and that you're living with purpose. The past is gone and the future isn't guaranteed. All you have is this moment right here, right now. Yet so many of us get stuck living in the past or worrying about the future. We let regret, anxiety, and fear steal the joy and purpose of today. But living with purpose means being fully present. The present moment is where life happens. It's where you can make choices, take action, and create change. When you focus on the here and now, you free yourself from the weight of yesterday and the worry of tomorrow. You allow yourself to truly experience life as it's meant to be lived. Being present doesn't mean you ignore the past or stop planning for the future. It means you don't let those things control you. Learn from the past, but don't dwell on it. Prepare for the future, but don't obsess over it. Balance is the key. When you're present, you see opportunities you might have missed. You notice the little things, the laughter of a loved one, the beauty of a sunset, the satisfaction of a job well done. These moments may seem small, but they're the building blocks of a meaningful life. Living in the present also means letting go of distractions. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, and engage with the world around you. Be fully there for the people you love, for the work you do, and for the dreams you're chasing. Presence creates connection, and connection fuels purpose. Mindfulness is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Start small. Spend a few minutes each day focusing on your breath, your surroundings, or the task at hand. Gradually, you'll find it easier to stay grounded in the moment. The present is a gift, and it's all you have. Don't waste it. Live it with intention, with gratitude, and with purpose. Life is a classroom, and you're never done learning. The moment you stop growing, you start dying inside. If you want to live with purpose, you've got to commit to constant self-improvement. That means reading, listening, observing, and seeking out new experiences. Learning isn't just about gaining knowledge, it's about expanding your perspective. It's about challenging your assumptions, questioning your beliefs, and opening your mind to new possibilities. Growth happens when you're willing to admit that you don't know everything. Surround yourself with people who inspire you to learn. Seek mentors, join communities, and connect with individuals who are smarter, wiser, or more experienced than you. Iron sharpens iron, and the right people will push you to be better. Don't limit your learning to formal education. Some of the greatest life lessons come from unexpected places, a conversation with a stranger, a mistake at work, or a quiet moment of reflection. Stay curious, and you'll find wisdom everywhere. Growth requires discomfort. You've got to be willing to stretch yourself, to try new things, and to risk failure. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you grow stronger, smarter, and more capable. Commit to lifelong learning, not just for yourself, but for the impact you can have on others. When you grow, you're better equipped to teach, to lead, and to serve. Your growth isn't just about you, it's about the difference you can make in the world. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. Stay hungry, stay humble. Keep growing, because that's how you live with purpose. Living with purpose isn't just about achieving personal success. It's about using your unique talents and abilities to serve others. Every one of us has something to offer, a skill, a perspective, or even just a helping hand. The question is, are you willing to use what you've been given to make someone else's life better? Your gifts were never meant to be kept to yourself. They're tools for building something greater than yourself. When you serve others, you create ripples that can change lives, families, and communities. That's the kind of impact that lives on long after you're gone. Serving others doesn't mean you have to change the world overnight. It starts with small acts of kindness, mentoring a younger colleague, volunteering in your community, or simply listening when someone needs to talk. Purpose isn't about how much you do, it's about how much heart you put into what you do. When you focus on serving others, you shift the spotlight off yourself. You stop worrying about your insecurities and limitations because your attention is on making a difference. And in the process, you often discover strength and resilience you didn't know you had. True service comes from a place of authenticity. It's not about seeking recognition or rewards. It's about doing what's right because it's right. The satisfaction you get from knowing you've helped someone is more fulfilling than any accolade or paycheck. Your gifts, no matter how big or small, have the power to inspire and uplift. Don't underestimate the value of what you bring to the table. Whether you're a teacher, an artist, an entrepreneur, or a parent, your work matters when it's done with purpose and intention. Serving others doesn't just change their lives, it changes yours. It gives your life meaning, connects you to something bigger, and reminds you of why you're here. That's the essence of living with purpose. Gratitude is the foundation of a purposeful life. When you're thankful for what you have, you shift your focus from what's missing to what's present. Gratitude grounds you, energizes you, and gives you clarity. It reminds you that even in the hardest times, there's still something to be thankful for. Start every day with gratitude. Before you check your phone, before you dive into your to-do list, take a moment to reflect on your blessings. Maybe it's your health, your family, your job, or even the fact that you woke up this morning. Gratitude doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be genuine. When you're grateful, you attract more positivity into your life. It's like a magnet. The more you appreciate what you have, the more you notice opportunities, connections, and blessings all around you. Gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude doesn't ignore the challenges, it puts them into perspective. It doesn't mean you pretend everything is perfect. It means you acknowledge the good even when life gets tough. When you practice gratitude, you build resilience and find the strength to face the storms. Share your gratitude with others. A simple thank you can brighten someone's day and strengthen your relationships. Gratitude is contagious, and when you express it, you inspire others to do the same. Keep a gratitude journal or make it part of your daily prayers. Write down 3 things you're thankful for every day. Over time, you'll notice how this simple habit transforms your outlook on life. Living with purpose starts with recognizing the gifts you've already been given. Gratitude isn't just a feeling, it's a practice. And when you practice it daily, you unlock a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy. A purposeful life is rooted in strong values. Your values are your guiding principles, the foundation of who you are and what you stand for. Without them, it's easy to get lost, to drift, or to compromise on what truly matters. Take the time to define your values. What do you believe in? What drives you? What won't you tolerate? These are the questions that help you understand your purpose. Once you know your values, live by them unapologetically. Standing firm in your values doesn't mean you'll always have an easy path. It often means facing challenges, criticism, or rejection. But living with purpose means staying true to yourself, even when it's inconvenient or unpopular. Your values are your compass. When life throws you curveballs, they help you navigate the chaos. They keep you grounded, focused, and aligned with your purpose. Without them, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting wherever the wind takes you. Don't let fear or pressure cause you to compromise your values. People may try to sway you, situations may test you, but your integrity is priceless. Once you lose it, it's hard to get back. Protect it fiercely because it's a key part of living with purpose. Living by your values doesn't mean you're rigid or closed-minded. It means you're anchored. It means you know who you are and what you stand for, but you're still open to growth and learning. Purpose thrives in that balance. Your values are a reflection of your purpose. When you honor them, you honor yourself. And when you honor yourself, you inspire others to do the same. That's the power of living with intention. Living with purpose isn't just about the present, it's about the mark you leave behind. Legacy isn't measured in money, possessions, or status. It's measured in the lives you've touched, the lessons you've shared, and the difference you've made. Ask yourself, what do you want people to remember about you when you're gone? Legacy starts with your daily actions. It's not something you build in one grand gesture. It's a culmination of countless small choices. Every act of kindness, every moment of courage, and every instance of standing up for what's right contributes to the legacy you leave. You don't have to be famous or wealthy to leave a legacy. A legacy is created through love, integrity, and the values you live by. It's in how you treat people, how you raise your children, and how you contribute to your community. Purposeful living means recognizing that your actions have a ripple effect. Think about the people who've influenced your life. Chances are it wasn't their words, but their example that left a lasting impact. They showed you what's possible, inspired you to dream bigger, or supported you when you needed most. That's the kind of legacy you can leave for others. Creating a legacy requires intentionality. It means being deliberate about the choices you make and the priorities you set. What are you spending your time on? What truly matters? Are you investing in relationships, growth, and service? These are the things that outlast you. Legacy isn't about perfection. It's about authenticity. People won't remember you for never making mistakes. They'll remember you for how you responded to those mistakes. Did you learn? Did you grow? Did you keep going? That's what inspires others. When you live with purpose, your legacy takes care of itself. It's not about chasing recognition. It's about living in a way that aligns with your values and makes a positive impact. Your life is your message, and the way you live it will echo long after you're gone. This life we're living is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get a second shot. So wake up every day and ask yourself, what can I do today that brings me closer to my purpose? The clock's ticking, but you still have time. Go live your life with purpose. Make it so when it's all said and done, the world remembers you not for what you had, but for who you were in the lives you touched. Go get it.